We are back at the Clabber Girl Greater Terre Haute Open, ready for the championship match. Jennifer Swanson has successfully climbed the ladder in her second career television appearance. Well, not exactly. She's not finished yet. She has to bowl Wendy Macpherson. She's going to start. It was Wendy's choice.
We talk about being on edge right now, Jan. After coming off of a 288 game, she has just got to be, that heart's got to be pumping. She's got to be all nervous. Did not show in the slightest.
Well, if she is that nervous, she should be nervous all the time. Throwing the ball wonderfully. Wendy Macpherson now, first look at her. She was the 96 and 97 player and bowler of the year. Back on top this week. Big opening shot. Lisa asked her how she'd approach just one game after 42 to try to win.
I'm going to try to go out and have a little bit of fun tonight. I worked hard to get where I'm at, and anything can happen. And the last time I was in this position, I tried to go out and have fun, and I had really good results. So I'm going to try to do the same thing again tonight.
Wendy now up in the second frame. Both players struck in their opening shot. Mixer there.
Kind of interesting to see what Wendy's first two shots would be. During her practice, she got 10 shots right before this match, and her practice shots, you know, were not all that good. So it was kind of interesting to see what she would do. I think that adrenaline helped.
Well, Jennifer Swanson told us that the weight of the world was lifted from her shoulders after the show last week, and then 2 seconds later, she just wanted to do it again, and she's doing it in great fashion, but there were other finishers here. The sixth position, Anne-Marie Dugan, just missing out. She's sitting next to us doing scores. Carol Norman, she was fifth in average, but not enough wins, and Shannon Rondeau, a rookie, her first match play, did great.
Looking in 12th, Michelle Frank made a huge move from 24th. Alita Sill closing in on $1 million. Linda Barnes in 14th.
Dee Dee Davidson having a fine week. Kathy Dorn, she has cashed in all 12 events this year. And hey, Lisa Wagner popped off another check there. Jennifer Swanson, meanwhile, up in the third. And once again, starting with the first 3 strikes. This scoring a little bit more like what we had seen throughout the week.
Yes, it is. You know, and I told you before that when the oil settled down, scores were going to go up. And that was the case all week.
And Wendy in the third frame, leaving a 10-pin. Wendy has already won in the first of our finalists that has won a title already this year, the St. Clair Classic in Fairview Heights.
And then we're looking at 22nd, collegiate All-American Karen Stroud and Buffy Bryson, 23rd. And you know what? That she wishes she had a nickel for every time that if somebody said, Buffy, are you the vampire slayer? I've heard people say it.
And her answer is?
No. It's very soft-spoken.
Yeah. Wendy, meanwhile, taking a little bit of time here, stepping up in the fourth frame. A lot of pressure on Wendy. We talked about Jim Lee. If you've noticed, there is a banner above ladies 19 and 20, Stacy Ryder's banner. She's a former tour roommate of Wendy Macpherson and Carol Giannotti. Wendy crossing over Brooklyn. There's that banner, and this was a dedication to Jim Lee. Very, very tough for Wendy, as you mentioned, this week. She said she's actually relieved for him and was actually able to bowl better that last day.
That's right. She said Tuesday was very difficult coming out to bowl. She was a little bit better Wednesday, but, you know, like we said before, she was just strictly on autopilot, going through the motions, and it's a good thing that her game right now is very solid because it didn't let her down.
Jennifer now up in the fourth once again on 3 strikes, 15 and 9 in match play. Going for 4 in a row. And there it is. As we showed you last week, Eyes of Hope Foundation has a special event going on Labor Day weekend. Thomas Becker will be on hand at Showboat Lane September 4th, beginning at 9 a.m., along with some PWBA stars. There's going to be a bowl-a-thon. You can raise a lot of money for Eyes of Hope. If you can't be there, you can send donation to Eyes of Hope, 1129 East 17th Avenue, Denver, Colorado, 80218. You can call them at 800-270-1338. Going for the fifth one. Oh. Now, that did not look like an 8-10 shot.
No, it definitely did not. I would just venture to say right here that the ball probably rolled out. And you're going to see the ball just turn up, and then the revs just kind of go down in the end. Could have been a bad rack, too.
Oh.
She knows she didn't deserve it.
Oh, not now.
Not now is right, because Wendy Macpherson can step up and get right back in this match.
Well, she's take one, shake it off. She knows at least she's lined up to the pocket.
Well, I would say so. After 288 and the first four.
Max score 268 for Wendy. Wendy now up in the fifth frame. A big strike for Wendy. Join the PWBA Bowlers Club and help the PWBA secure the primetime television coverage you've been asking for. As we move to the new millennium, $29.95 gets you an attractive PWBA portfolio calculator with pen and notebook, a membership card, and a semi-annual newsletter, as well as a daily drawing for $100 and a $10,000 grand prize on Christmas Day. Call the PWBA office at 1-800-426-8823 to sign up. Wendy now up in the sixth frame, can take the lead with this shot and does not strike. She's trailing by 8 pins, leaving a 4-pin.
Wendy right now has to throw the ball pretty firm. You're seeing the ball hook quite a bit. Most of the week she did tend to play a little bit further out and let the ball go a little bit further down the lane. And she's going very aggressive, pretty far in, changing to a spare ball here.
Covers up that 4-pin. Now we need to step aside for just a moment, but stay with us for the conclusion of this match and more after this. This was Jennifer Swanson's shot. In the seventh frame, she left the 6-7-10. This could have caused her to go behind in the match, but look at that.
Perfect way to make that. Sends the 6 back over into the 7. Boy, what a clutch shot by Jennifer Swanson.
Huge. 2 spares for both players, 2 spares apiece. Jennifer Swanson now leads by 10 pins, stepping up into the 8th frame. Big shot in the 8th. If you've just joined us, this is the Clabber Girl Greater Terre Haute Open and the Terre Haute Bowling Center in Terre Haute, Indiana. It's the championship match. This lady, Jennifer Swanson, second telecast of her career, and she's showing us all how it should be done. Up by 10 pins now with 2 frames to go. I'm Jan Schmidt along with Lisa Wagner.
Well, and Jan, big shot was an understatement, because right now she has her fate in her hands right now. She goes up, she throws a double, she puts so much pressure on Wendy right now that, you know, it's going to be difficult. She can win it or lose it right here.
Nice shot, though.
Yes, it was. She needs to make sure she takes her time and picks this 10-pin up.
You saw Wendy looking on there.
It's a great shot. Look at the extension there you saw by Jennifer. She has great game. Just a little bit light in the pocket. The 6-pin just didn't want to tap the 10 out. But, boy, pick this up, and you're in good shape, Jennifer.
Well, she listened to you, covered it up. Here's the situation. Wendy Macpherson can step up in the 9th and 10th, strike out for 223. Jennifer Swanson could strike out for 223 also.
And here's another player, has her own fate in her own hands right here.
Will it hit it? No 10-pin.
Excellent shot, though. She took her time. She made sure that she got the ball down the lane, which is what Wendy needs to do right now. She cannot cut it short. She cannot hit up on it too much because it's going to hook.
Well, she told us it would mean the world to her to win this for Jim, but she was afraid she was going to want it too much and not be able to perform, but she's performing well. For those of you that have been following Alita Sills' trek to the $1 million, she did make a check this week. She will now need $1,108. We have one stop left this swing. That's the Hammer Players Championship next week in Rockford. She'll need to place 25th or higher next week in order to break the $1 million.
And I have no doubt that Alita will do it.
Wendy Macpherson now trailing by 11. Really needs to strike out here. That looked like a 9-pin we saw last match. Nice shot by Wendy. Tough break.
Well, and Jennifer right now knows the score. She knows what she's got to step up and do for her first title and only her second show.
Wendy takes care of the spare. With a strike here, she can shoot 201, which Jennifer would need to get actually a mark, or there could be a tie.
Wendy kind of smiling right now, but you know what? She knows that that first shot in the 10th, boy, what a great shot, especially when you're under pressure. She stayed down. She got through the ball. Good result. And look at the fill ball. Of course, they always fall in the fill ball.
Well, Jennifer Swanson is up, and she can win her first title right here. She needs a mark. 9 out would be a tie if she'd get 9 and miss the spare. Needs a mark here to win. Didn't carry. She wanted the strike.
Yes, she did. It was a great shot, too.
How do you think she's feeling right now?
Probably a little more nervous than I am. But I'm nervous back here watching.
I don't know if we should maybe get a shot of her knees. They might be knocking right about now.
Well, I know how I feel when I need a spare or strike. Sometimes it's easier to just need a strike.
It is. I believe it is.
There it is.
No problem. There's Grandma looking on. Phyllis says, Jennifer, you did it.
Take a look at the score, too, Jennifer, just to make sure.
She really needs nothing at this point. Has 202 without throwing a ball.
There it is, first professional title. And, I'm going to venture to get it. You're going to see more by this girl. A very strong game.
Well, Jennifer Swanson is the 4th champion of the Clabber Girl Greater Terre Haute Open. It's her first career title. We'll be right back. Sit tight.